Check. Microphone check. Sound like we live, look like we live. Okay, we might be live. What that beat doing? Oh, that way. 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 Check it. Okay, welcome to the 33rd Universe episode. We about to kick it with my partners and my folks, so close the door. If you hungry for some knowledge, yeah, we got it, here you go. For my leaders and my queens, we trying to build on Astro. And we bout our fucking cash though. So let's sit down, we done rapping fool. Welcome. 33rd Universe. We on the top. Welcome back to another experience. I'm 33rd out. We're gonna rap about some Astro. I'm kind of rushed because I had to rush home from work. Yeah, I'm still working, but we're gonna get this build in. We're gonna talk about basics, Astro, intermediate level stuff. Let's see, I got a few slides. Let's get started on some slides so I can keep up with my mother-loving track. There we go. So we got the natal chart wheel, y'all. The natal chart wheel. So we're going to build on energy, as we always do. Energy is so important. I can't stress it enough, so that's why we're sitting up in here talking about it. I'm inside today. I wanted to be outside, but it looked like it was about to rain on me, so I didn't even want to play myself. I wanted to get in there. Can y'all hear me? Who's in the building? Is anybody in here? Let me know if you can hear me, because I'm about to go in on the lecture. We got the wheel. If you take a look at the screen, you see the natal chart wheel. So you got ascendant. Peace, queen. Thank you, dear. How you doing, exalted love? I hope you're doing good, fellow Aries gang. Well, we got the wheel right here, so I want to get into the energy. The energy signatures, these things are so important because this is your makeup. This wheel right here, if you're not familiar with it, it is the perception that you have on the sky when you look away from the earth. From earth. This is a bird's eye view from earth. So if you look up in the sky, you'll see all these constellations. And if you can look closely, Aries stars the wheel over there on the left on the ascendant. Yay. And it goes all the way around the Pisces. So you have an energetic wheel that is expressed throughout the sky in the form of stars and constellations and planets. So if you want to start from the beginning, you're always going to look at the left of this wheel. The left of this wheel, right there where the ascendant is placed at in that slide, the energy starts right there. And as we all know, energy never dies. It only evolves and reinvents itself. So from whenever it started, we have no idea when it started, but the evolution begins and updates itself right there at the ascendant. So I wanted to talk about how the family dynamic kind of plays a part on the makeup of your energetic self. And if you're not aware, the ascendant is a lot of the energy that is loaded with you. It's full of energy and signatures that represent yourself, your makeup. So say you go out and meet someone, that first interaction, you're gonna give them that type of energy. The ascendant is right on the front wheel. That is where the sun was rising when you were born. That's where that's what constellation was on the rise when you were born. So that energy bleeds into your persona as by way of in social aspects out in public. If you go around the wheel, you're going to continue on with the progression of this energy throughout Aries, on the Taurus, on the Gemini. Then you get to the bottom, it says Imum Coeli. I think that's Latin. But it pretty much means the bottom of the sky. And that's going to be the bottom, the furthest bottom part of the sky under the earth. And that represents your roots. And that's kind of easy to remember on the bottom. So that represents your roots. So that house is the 4th house. And that's Cancer. Cancerian is home. Cancerian is all about knowing where they come from, all about knowing where they're going. It's the motherly, feminine aspect, and that aspect is very, very key because that's the way you're nurtured. That's the capabilities that raise you. Those are the intimate spaces of you that you keep up with. Those are the like I said, at home places, the places that everybody doesn't know about, but you know, and you know deeply, and you know intimately, you know every, turn corner of your home. You should. So the Imum Coeli is what represents that space, and then you're gonna keep on going around the wheel. The wheel starts from the left in descendant, goes all the way around in a counterclockwise motion. So now you're looking at the descendant. The descendant takes you on through what you got. You got Cancer. You hit Cancer already. Then we're gonna go to Leo, and then we're gonna check out Virgo, and they want to refine. You're gonna get into Libra. Libra is the descendant. So on this side, you're looking for balance. So you remember in the ascendant placement, that was the energy signatures that were all about you, all about who make up you. Now, you can't just have one energy signature and be heavy on that. That's going to be somewhat of a toxic mindset. So Libra brings balance into the fold, and the balance comes from other people. So on this descendant side of the wheel, this is where you'll typically look for energy to balance you out. And quite naturally, this descendant energy kind of hits you in the face throughout your life on an often basis, on a basis to help you notice these energy signatures, to help you incorporate them into your life. So you might have friends, girlfriends or boyfriends, or might even be married, and those energies come directly from the descendant, because those are what balance you out and help you excel on around the wheel. Keep on keeping on, because you have to evolve and you have to get into a place where you have mastered self and master your energy. So you're all the way around to Libra. We're going to work our way up to Scorpio, Sagittarius, and then on to the top, which is Capricorn. This is the midheaven. The midheaven is the most high place in the sky. And the midheaven is in reference to Capricorn, in reference to your career, in reference to your lifestyle that you look to, in as far as the fold that you're going to bring in and focus your energy. You're going to put all of it, but you're going to focus a good amount of that energy to progress your energy into that Aquarius and Pisces stage to get you back to the ascendant. But the midheaven is all about what you want to be doing in life, a career. It's not always pertaining to a job. It could be career oriented kind of hobby type of vibe. So Capricorn is all about getting the job done after the awakening. So after the awakening, the midheaven knows what it needs to do. So the Capricorn energy exudes that let's do it energy. They get the job done. So that's the fatheristic quality that is involved. Yeah, you definitely got to have your exact birth time. Find that. And I'm not an expert, but I do, and I've heard of people that can help you find that out. So if you can't find it, we'll see if we can find somebody else that can help you figure it out. But your sun sign is important, because that is what shines your light. That's where you shine your light, and we'll get into that in a minute. But your midheaven is progress you all the way to Aquarius, Pisces, back to the ascendant. And once you get to the ascendant, you have built all of this intel to get you around this wheel. And once you've gotten yourself around that wheel, that intel revamps, does it all again, all over again, all over again. And it just, this is the energetic space that all of the stars, all of the constellations, all of the planets, everything, the points, the specific points in the sky move along. They move along that space, and that is the energetic outlook that you take on your persona. So if you're not familiar, just get online and see what you can do about pulling up a natal chart. And this natal chart will have a bunch of planets in it, and each one of those slices of the pie is a house, and each one of those have different areas of life. It goes from 1 through 12, and this is Western astrology. We're doing the basics right now, so let's keep it basic. But you have 12 houses in this astrology wheel that focus on different levels of mastery. So and I have a video on the houses, and we'll get into that again later. But I wanted to focus on the family orientation. So how does this kind of tie into your family? Like I said, the bottom is the roots, kind of like the innate qualities of yourself, and the top is where you're striving to be like and what you want to see yourself as. That's the top. So the bottom is kind of like the mother, because of the Cancerian energy, and it's based heavily on what kind of mother that you have specifically. So everybody won't have Aries on their ascendant. Some people will, a few people will, but that all those constellations, they move around in a circle as well as the houses. So you got houses moving in a counterclockwise position, and you got these constellations moving as well. So when you're born, it's a snapshot of the sky, and all the all the planets, they're shown where their placement is in the sky, and that is all specific to how you're gonna act in this world. You know what I'm saying? So you have, let's find my other slide. You have, damn, I can't see that one. That slide ain't no good. That might work. Okay. So we got the sun and we got the moon. The sun relies heavily on the energy that you're gonna put your life force into, and you're not gonna do this on a all the time basis. It'll be just like the sunlight. You know how the sun comes up, it shines light, it feeds the roots, and it gives purpose to Mother Earth. On the opposite side, when the sun drops, the moon rises, and the moon gives that stability to the eco. A little bit of sunlight, give it some time to rest. It's a little hot, so let's cool off. Let's reflect. The moon reflects. So the moon, just like your woman should, it should reflect the good and the bad. So as the moon goes into these stages from new to full, it will give you a reflection of yourself. By the time you get to the full moon, that's why full moons are crazy, because a lot of people don't keep up with their moon cycle. So when you started that new moon cycle, and you haven't planned any intentions, you haven't put anything into rotation for that moon to hold on to and make tangible, you go around this cycle and you start to build on notions and things that were not meant for you. And the TV can build on your subconscious. Some bad attitude that somebody gave you can build your subconscious up. something that your husband or wife said to you last night can build your subconscious up into a negative frequency. So now when you get to this full moon, the full moon is going to reflect all of that negativity. And that's why a lot of times the full moon is crazy times, because you have not reflected on what you want in life. So you're going to get in return something that you may not want. So that's the moon in a roundabout way. That's the mother, that's the woman, that's the feminine aspect of this quality. That's what you expect the divine feminine to do. The sun, like I said, is going to come up. It's going to have a egoic style to it. It's going to be bright, burning. You can't miss me. I'm in the sky. Check me out, baby. So know what I'm saying? That's the sun. The sun is like, peace. What's happening? We're gonna do this or what? So if you ain't with it, you get burned up. But if you're tapped in, the sun is gonna allow the cultivation to process. The sun is going to allow the soil to be fertile for you to plant them seeds and get, your situation going. So the sun and the moon, this is the parent, these are the parents. This is the mother and the father. This is key. This is very key and very basic all in one. But oftentimes that sun sign that you have, a lot of people say they're Aries, Pisces, you're Virgo. When they say that, that's their sun sign. Your sun sign is only a piece of yourself, a reflection or a refraction of yourself, because the sun only reflects your egoic self. So that's why in this Western world that we live in America, everybody knows their sun sign. Nobody knows their moon sign. Not many. Not many people know what their Jupiter sign is. Not many people understand what Jupiter even means. But these things are key because they are direct reflection to what happens down here on the earth. And in the ethers, it happens first. And then down here, it reflects the manifestation into a physical space. So, sun and moon. Sun and moon. So if you have a sun sign, everybody has a sun sign. That sun sign is going to be in that wheel. And in that wheel, it's going to have a specific place on the wheel. So when you check out where it's at in the wheel, it might be in the 8th house. Okay, boom. We look up the 8th house. The 8th house is all about Scorpio. The 8th house is all about transformation. The 8th house is all about making what you got, taking what you got, diving deep, figuring it out, and transforming it into something else that can be useful. So if you see a sun sign Scorpio, I guarantee this. They're always transforming. They're always changing what they're doing, how they're doing it, when they're doing it. They're always changing because they're encapsulating the Scorpio embodiment of that sun sign. So if you have a moon sign in a particular, hold on, let me finish. That sun sign. When that sun sign is in that particular area in your chart, like I said, in the 8th house, it shines light on that 8th house. It wants to focus in on putting energy on that 8th house. So like I said, that Scorpio is going to transform. It's going to make use of transformation because that's his strongest suit in the 8th house. So when you jump over here to the moon sign, or the moon sign in the natal chart, the moon sign is, like I said, it's a reflection. It is a softer touch. It's a divine feminine. It's going to tap you into your emotional state, and it's going to show you where, or show you how to connect. You know what I'm saying? Connect deeply. It's going to show you how to tap into what's inside. It's going to ask you to take whatever's in that area. So say your moon sign is in the 7th house. The 7th house is Libra. It's all about balancing. So a Libra moon can be involved in balancing their emotions. They might even have an erratic behavior when it comes to emotions because their whole basis of existence is balancing their emotions. So sometimes their emotions are out of balance because that's what they're always doing. So you know what I'm saying? You follow what I mean? The moon is going to be an emotional standpoint. It's not going to be a focus on putting all your vitality and energy there. It's going to be a focus on how you're able to tap into the inner self. Use your special powers. This is when you get special powers and you look at your intuition. When you want to understand and figure out how to use your intuition, everybody has intuition. When you want to figure out how to use that intuition, you look at the moon sign. You check that moon sign out and you understand how to deep dive within self, because that intuition is inside of you, and we're always looking outside for someone else to tell us how to do it, what to do. But that's like looking at the sun and asking them how to do it. The sun don't know how to do it. It only provides the tools for you to get it done. It only provides you the motivation to get it done. The moon asks you to step inside, cultivate a stability on your emotions, and rock out. So if you got a moon in the third house, your emotional stability can be based on talking a lot or having a conversation, because the third house is dealing with Gemini. Gemini is all about the small conversations and the social aspects of one another, being amongst others and learning others. So I hope y'all follow what I mean as far as sun and the moon. So this is one other thing I forgot to talk about. If you have a sun in Aries, this is an indication that your father, or maybe even both parents, were leaderistic type people. You had a very strong bravado type of father that always knew what to do and maybe told his kids and you what to do all the time. The moon in Aries can mean the same thing. It can mean that your mother or the parents, your mother is a very strong individual, and she has the ability to tap into her divine masculine. So when you look at the moon sign in Aries, the moon sign in Aries needs less maintenance on the emotional side of things. They let things rub off their back, or if it gets them mad, or they get on the wrong end of things, it doesn't take long for them to cool off and calm down, because Aries moon knows it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? The Aries has the leaderistic quality to understand that that's not even worth my rant. Aries sun a little different. Aries sun gonna rant. Aries moon not so much, until you get them into a situation where they're talking about something that's real deep and personal to them. This Aries sun might rant about anything. Aries moon not so much. So I want y'all to kind of understand the sun versus the moon, the mother versus the father. We all know if you wanted certain things, you went to your father for it. Granted, if you had a father, but you went to your father for certain things and you went to your mother for other things. I always played my mother for the emotional side of stuff, and if it had to do it with some type of logical situation, I would be like, okay, Pop, what you think about this? So you kind of gotta keep peace, Mick. How you doing? You kind of gotta get into the understanding of your sun sign and what the sun sign is about. The sun sign is not, because there's toxic and there's positive behaviors in each sign, each and every sign. So you as a Cancer, you not better than the Sagittarius, because every sign has a low vibrational quality and every sign has a higher vibrational quality. So when people say, oh man, I hate Scorpios, that's them saying, I hate the vibration of a Scorpio when they get on the lower side. So just keep in understanding how all these things play in, because it's very key into your personal chart, and it's very key to your personal standpoint of how the sun rocks and how the moon rocks. Because you're going to look at the moon, like I said, for your superpowers. You're going to check it out and figure out how to get into understanding of what's next, or what should I do next? How should I do it? It's the moon. That's gonna be the moon. So divine masculine and divine feminine. These things are very, very interesting, because you have you as a woman, you have divine feminine and a divine masculine. Me as a man, I have a divine feminine and a divine masculine. And that slide right there has a nice little breakdown. It's kind of small. Screenshot it, keep it. But those things are keys on how to tap into your divinity. Your divinity is important. I don't care what's going on. Your divinity is key, and your divinity is split into pieces or sides. And the masculine from a man, and from most men, is going to be a little easier to tap into. The feminine for me, or the feminine for a woman, might not be as easy to tap into, but it's just as doable. Men and women have divine feminine, divine masculine, and it's key that you take these things into consideration when you're dealing with your spouse, because your spouse is going to be the opposite sex or not, or if they're not the opposite sex, they might just be the opposite divinity than you. So in most aspects, when you have two women relating or two men relating, there's a person that's kind of on the feminine side, then there's another person on the masculine side. So all that's saying is that this gay person, they relate more to their opposite divinity, and they express that opposite divinity in a way that is overt, and in an overt way, because it's not supposed to be made like that. You're not supposed to be. I am not supposed to be gay. I'm supposed to have the divine feminine qualities. Those divine feminine qualities are key to maintain a balance and within self. So naturally, I have a divine masculine. I can tap into that usually pretty easily, especially because I'm an Aries. But the divine feminine, you look into your moon sign. You want to find out what the moon sign, where it is, and what it is, so that you can tap into that femininity. And that femininity only, is things of the energy of being instead of the energy of action. Just being comfortable with those type of things. You have what? Nurturing and trust. So getting into those things. Diverted on multiple aspects. You have cycles of directed inwardness. These are divine feminine qualities. On the divine masculine, these divine masculines are, okay, there goes sis, 4 more in the house. Peace, God. We here. You got the divine masculine. And it's, no, you ain't late. You ain't never late. This is on the playback. Anybody that don't see this when they come out off top, play it back. But share it is the most important part, because this information is key. It sounds so basic, but this thing is key because it helps you express your being correctly. So back on the divine masculine, this is the energy of action, doing, getting something done, having a plan, manifesting what you know you need to do, and manifesting what you know you need to do takes a lot of work, because you have to think of it first. You have to have a direction first. You have to have an understanding of which direction I want to take, and that's divine masculine. Women, take a hold of your divine masculine. Let your divine masculine rock. That don't mean you're a man. That don't mean you're a man or you got to be the man in a relationship. That just means know where you're going, know what you're doing, and give it your all on your intent. So you have to have a plan. Come up with a plan. You have to execute that plan. And you're going to want divine feminine to reflect that plan. To just so you can see it in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? You know how you go outside? You get dressed and look cool and cute and shit. You don't walk by that mirror, nigga. I don't give a fuck what you say. You not walking by that mirror before you walk out the house. And husband, you not walking by your wife without telling her you leaving the house. Because if she tells you you ain't going, you got to be like, oh, all right, bet. I stay here. So you check in with the divine feminine for the reflection, but the divine masculine knows where it's going, and it only tweaks itself when it looks in the mirror. Okay, that ain't the right way to go. I'm gonna just do it this way, and then you go back to the mirror, check it out again. Okay, what about this fit? And your reflection, your divine feminine. This could be yourself too. Now it don't gotta be your partner, but your divine feminine is gonna tell you, okay, that's all good. That's right. That's poop. That's cool. That's boo. Like the Bloods would say, that's boo, nigga. But divine feminine, divine masculine, you have that within yourself. That's inside of your being. So when you understand that you can G-check yourself, it's all good. But you gotta G-check yourself with the right mindset, because that divine feminine is gonna tell you to tap into your emotional side. Just for understanding. Don't hone in on it and rant about it. Tap into what you feel like on the inside. Once you tap into what you feel like on the inside, that reflection is supposed to go over to the masculine, and it's supposed to compute those feelings and put you into a place of reassurance, a place of revitalization, a place of egoic buildup, pretty much, so you can get the job done. So divine feminine, divine masculine. Let's get some more slides. Let's see what else we got. We got the divine masculine. Okay, so my slide a little off. We ain't gonna be able to see that one, but we just talked about divine masculine, so it's no problem. Divine feminine, we talked about that one too. Alright, so this is the last part of that little situation, because it's all energy. This is all energy, and it's very key, man. Like, as I learn these things, man, I'm like, yo, how do we last this long going the way we going? But that's when you realize why we as a people are so off key. We so off tune. Niggas got so much rhythm. Niggas do the hokey pokey to the stanky leg, but niggas ain't got no rhythm when it comes to their energy. Your energy needs a rhythm. You can't plug 480 volts into this wall behind here. That shit gonna over circuit. So you have to apply the proper mechanics to the proper situation. Proper mechanics with the proper. This is what I was taught. I'm an electrician by trade, and when I first started, my mechanic told me. He said, "Look, this toolbox right here got all the tools you're gonna ever need for our job." He said, "I don't want to see you using some tool that ain't for the job. I don't want to see you half-assing with a pliers when you need a wrench on the boat." So these are the same basics. Energy is key. You have to tweak your energy the right way as well. So how do we protect our energy? Because all beings with a soul, we're empathic. Everybody's empathic. That's a soul, has a soul. And if you're a carbonated, melanated being, whatever you want to refer to yourself as, but if you're a colored person, your hue is toned as a darker skin or darker flavor, you have an empathic soul, and your empathic soul takes on energy from the outside. It has a light auric. It has an auric field, and the auric field can be only as strong as your awareness. The auric field is only strong as your awareness. You understand what I'm saying? So if your awareness ain't on guiding your chakras up through this channel, the 33 parallels, to reach to the what is it, the pituitary? Yeah, it goes past the penile to the pituitary, I think, and it crowns on the 33rd parallel. And when that energy crowns up there, the auric field becomes invincible. In so many words, the auric field physically can block you from energies on the outside. So you go to work and you come back home with all that negative energy, and you be like, man, I don't know where this energy come from. Or you come in the house and you give it all to the family, and they don't know where it's coming from. You don't know where it's coming from. it could be coming from different people from the job. It could be coming from maybe your mindset on the job. But that empathic spirit picks up on everything. It's a satellite. Your hair, it's a satellite. It picks up on energy. We're kinetic beings. We're kinetic beings. They have superconductors are what we are. So me and you're a superconductor. I'm a superconductor. So the connection is 100% all go. As long as both plugs know how to use the energy, all go. Systems all go. So when that connection plugs in, the understanding becomes apparent, because like when you meditate, when you sit still long enough, the information comes to you. It channels to you, through you, and into your space of being where you can utilize that channel energy. Energy is energy. I don't care if it's a physical person that you're looking at or it's a thought. All things carry energetic space. Every word that I'm saying has an energetic capacity, and it sends itself out into this realm, and it makes karmic and dharmic decisions based on that energetic expression. What the hell did I just say? It's pretty much picking up on the way you act and react out here in the world and the way your energy reacts. So if it's malfunctioning, you're gonna get a bad signal. You know what I'm saying? If it's working on key, the signal is supreme. The understanding will be supreme, because you'll get the information streamlined, channeled straight to your pineal. Pineal gland, your sacral chakra, and your solar plexus are all spaces of natural awareness and understanding. You don't even gotta real ones understand this, man, because you have to. And I ain't trying to be proud of nothing, but I want us to all spread these words and understand the energy is important. Energy is key. I'm an electrician. I keep saying it. I've seen people die because they didn't understand what was going on with the device, and the device is beaming thousands of watts or thousands of volts of energy through it, and they just walk up to it and they put their hands on it. You didn't understand the energy, now you died. That's pretty drastic, right? But it's the same thing. So you keep walking to work and you don't understand why you having a bad day, it's still gonna give you a bad day. It's still gonna give your family a bad day. So why not figure out what's going on with these energies? Like, why not? I think protection of your energy is important. Sometimes your energy needs to be protected within your household. Sometimes people in your household, you might still live with parents. You might live with children that don't support your thought process. You might live with siblings. You might live with a grandparent that's old school and ain't with none of your thoughts. But you have to protect yourself, and you do that with, stuff like this. You got copper right here. I got lapis on my finger. I got obsidian. This protects. This one of my favorite, Dalmatian obsidian. It protects your inner child. I'm a big kid. I need my childhood and my child like self to be protected. I need it to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Protect your energy, and your energy will take care of you. So tap in to the beginning of the lecture. After we get off of live, this is gonna be a little update, 45-minute lesson. We'll get into some more lessons later on this week. Hopefully I can squeeze one more in before the weekend is over. Y'all stay tuned, man. We're gonna bring some more astro information in. And moredreams.com, we're doing natal chart readings, and like I said, all this information is so key. I really want to help people understand it. So hit me up, DM me, check me out. I'm starting easy peasy little 30-minute readings just to give you a good a glimpse of understanding of what your energy is about. And we can do hour We can do an hour and a half, but we just want to get the information out, and we want to get the understanding there. The quality of your energy is only based on your awareness. Your awareness it has to be on tap. You have to be aware of something to make note of it. You knew better, you do better. You feel me? You knew better, you do better. So yeah, FOMO. That's what's up. Oh, already. You know what I'm saying? I just want the understanding to resonate. So protection of energy. Y'all check FOMO out. She's doing readings. She's doing readings on her side of town and helping people protect their energy. She's doing crystal readings. You know what I'm saying? Crystal readings are key. Like, she gonna break all this down to you. She gonna tell you all of that. She gonna help you figure out which crystal, which protection stone, which singing bowl, which frequency you might want to play on meditations, what you might need to do on meditations. So y'all tap into FOMO, y'all tap into Black Tarot. It's gonna be a amazing experience. So y'all stay with me, man. I want to keep building. I want to keep learning. I want to keep guiding each other as I guide myself through this wheel. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, tap in, sis. Tap in, sis. Y'all get this FOMO, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. I don't know who watching, but FOMO, 33rd Universe, and Keys to Fashion, our DEA, our DNA, we from a different cloth, bruh. And everybody don't know that. I think some people figured out on FOMO. They know about you, but they don't know about this energy. So I want people to tap in. Moredreams.com. We're gonna get it in. Low Solo Art. She got all the art cracking. That's my beautiful wife. Y'all check her out. She got resin pours, resin paintings, all the good stuff going on. Only thing we're gonna do is capitalize on our time. We're gonna do the things that we love, because we know the things that we love will help and aid our process through this life. You know what I'm saying? We not hurting nobody. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. We just dancing, y'all. But yeah, man, let me get the heck off the live, man. It's Wednesday. I'm talking too much. I'm just trying to make sure I tap in a little more often, y'all. So y'all stay with me, bro. Stay with me. 33rd Universe, we here. Okay, welcome to the 33rd Universe episodes. We about to kick it with my partners and my folks. Close the door. If you hungry for some knowledge, yeah, we got it. Here you go. For my leaders and my queens, we building on this astro. We just build up on this astro. More game, we out, y'all. Peace.